Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm kind of adjusting you guys here so you can see. I had you guys right and then I took you down because I didn't think I was going to record another video. But alas, here we are. I feel like you're crooked. Are you crooked? I don't know. Hopefully that's fine. So yeah, welcome to my channel, you guys. My name is Amy. I'm pretty sure you guys know that by now. This is another Whippin Chat between Mindy and I. And we are working on the Mystical Diamond Art canvases. She is way further than I am. I did not get any work done craft related over Thanksgiving break. And then after that, it was finals for all of my classes. One of them took us like a whole week to work on because we had to do an animated video. And you guys, that class was just a freaking headache. Anyway, this is the Josephine wall painting. I'm doing the heart of the tree. This is pretty much the gist of what the canvas looks like. I don't want to move it because the thumbnail's on that side, but you know, there's going to be a link below so you guys can check out the canvas. It's still available at the time of the filming of this. I still have plenty, so I don't foresee being out of stock. Again, Mindy, the last time I saw her, she was way further than I am on mine. But, you know, I'm trying to get caught up. I did another Whippin Chat this morning for the Christmas diamond paint thing that we're doing. I can't remember how many of us there are. There's more than 24 because we're covering the whole time period that Christmas is happening throughout the world because a lot of us are in different countries. So I got the very last time slot to wrap up the Christmas thing. And yeah, so hopefully that has a great turnout. And yeah. So I'm just gonna whip and chat. Anyway, whoops. Oh, where'd it go? I don't think I told you guys about this, but a couple of weeks ago I came home and my door looked like it had been broken into. I will try to insert a picture here and show you guys, but I'm recording on a different device. And so I'm not 100% sure if I can upload, if I'll be able to get the picture on this device because I was planning on editing it on that device too. But yeah, my door looked like it had been broken into. There was a bunch of pry marks against the paint on the door frame outside, like in front of the doorknob. And then there was pry marks on the inside where they looked like they tried to go under like the weather stripping. And then the door itself was actually bent. There's deep grooves in the door frame where they even took the paint off. They had to have done it, applied some serious pressure for that to happen. And it was like, you can see the deep dents in it. And I just feel like that's something I would have noticed sooner if it had been old or if it had been there when we moved in, because we've lived at this house a year and a half now. And, you know, I just feel like I would have seen it. And so we have an ADT system, but it was not active. And so I called and had them activate it since that happened, because I don't know like how this came to be or what happened. I know that the day before I saw those marks, I had been at home and I got a package at around 11 or 12, somewhere around there. I got a package from FedEx, and shortly after, I happened to look out the window and I saw that UPS was passing by. Didn't think anything of it. I wasn't expecting anything else. I was only expecting the one package that I had already received. So I got the package, brought it inside, and I always lock the door because I'm by myself a lot of the time. at least during the day. I'm never by myself at night, and my 22-year-old stepson still lives at home. So, you know, he's here most of the time, but during the day I'm by myself sometimes. And I went into the living room and I was stitching and I put on Netflix. I can't even remember. Oh, I was watching Riverdale. I was so into Riverdale. And I heard like this quick rapping or like a knocking sound, you know, and I looked around because it wasn't the doorbell. And so my first thought was like, what the hell are the dogs getting into? So I looked around, saw that one of the dogs was laying by me, and I saw that the other one was laying outside because I could see them through the sliding door from where I stood up on the couch. And I kind of waited a little bit longer. I was trying to see like if it was the cats. I thought maybe it would have been the cats. And then I thought maybe it was UPS dropping off another package because I had just seen them down the street, you know, maybe 10 minutes or so before. And so I didn't think anything of it. And then I sat back down and I started thinking about it. And I was like, maybe I'll just go check the door. So I went to check the door and there was no packages, but I had my hand on the doorknob and that was it. Like I didn't think to check the door or anything. I didn't notice because I wasn't looking down. And I just left it at that. So I left that day to go pick my kids up. I don't recall if I went through the front door or the garage because sometimes I go through the garage and not the front door. And the next day is when I noticed those markings on the door. And you can, when you look at it, you can see in the frame where they tried to stick something underneath the door frame and try to like push the deadbolt or the lock open. And this had to have been somebody who knew what they were doing. My first thought was that my stepson locked himself out of the house. So I got a hold of him and he was like, no, I have a house key. Like, why would I do that? And he's like, plus, like I should be able to get in the house because the dogs know me. And we have a garage code as well. And he knows the garage code. He's like, no, he's like, why would I do that? He's like, I know I can go through the garage or I have my house key. Like, he's like, there's never a time where I either don't have my key or can't get into the garage, you know, which is obvious. And I kind of figured, I was like, no. So, you know, I started thinking about it. I asked my other stepson who had just visited recently, if him and his girlfriend got locked out at some point, and he was like, no. He's like, no, you gave me a key, which I did. I gave him a key. And so I said, okay. So I called ADT and was like, look, I need my system back on. Our house came with an amazing ADT system, and we just never activated it. We've never had a security system before. So I was like, you know, we don't really need it, like whatever. And so I just left it and, you know, never activated it. It never came, like it wasn't activated when we bought the house. And so it wasn't something that like we had to switch over or do anything. So that day I sent my husband the pictures and I was telling my dad about it a couple of hours later. And he was like, Mija, you need to file a police report. Because he's like, they could be scouting your house and they could go at night when you're home or something. And I was, you know, I was like, okay, well, that makes sense. Like, maybe I should. So I did. I filed a police report. They came, they looked at it, they took a picture, and they were like, well, it doesn't look like they got in. No, because we have stuff at home, you know, as I'm sure a lot of other people have valuable stuff in their homes, and not a thing was missing. So, oh man, that drill fell. So I told him, you know, I just wanted the police report to be on file in case something else happens. And that day I called ADT and set up for them to come and upgrade our system, which we already had the upgraded system. That was the basic system. So I upgraded it even more to be We changed out the panels to be like flat screen monitors, and we added some extra motion sensors and things. And then I also have a video doorbell coming. So I told my husband, I'm going all out with this. I don't feel safe anymore. And you guys have heard me talk about times where I'm sitting here and I see weird random people walking by and I felt like they were taking pictures of my house. You guys have heard me talk about those in previous Whippin Chats. And so I told my husband I don't feel safe anymore. I let my neighbors know that this happened, and nobody else had any noticed anything or experienced anything within the past, whatever. And one of our neighbors, we're particularly, like, we're closer with them than the other neighbors, and he was like, oh my God, like, I've been living here several years and we have never had a problem. And I particularly wanted to let them know because she's a stay-at-home mom with very young children, babies. And so, I know that if I'm not feeling safe and I constantly, well, not constantly, but I have grown men living in my house, more than one, I can't imagine being home with 2 infants and not feeling safe. So, he was like, that is just crazy. He's like, if you have any problems, just, let us know, whatever. They're really good people. So we have a new system now, and I'm kind of excited about it, kind of not at the same time, because I'm worried that in the mornings that if we're running late, that one of the kids is going to run outside to start the car and set the alarm off, which I think you have 30 seconds to set the alarm or to enter your code, which is fine. So that's going to be cool. And now they have like a key fob, but the guy was actually telling me that it's not a good idea to put the fob on your keychain, because he was saying that is the weakest link in the home security systems, is the key fob. Because if I lose my keys or they get stolen or my car gets stolen, then they automatically have entry into my home. So I actually am just keeping the key fob upstairs, so that if there's ever a time when, like, if I forget to set the alarm before I come upstairs, or before I go into my room anyway, then I can set it from my bed with the key fob. And the key fob also has a panic button, so, if something's ever happening, then I don't have to leave my room. I can just close and lock my door and, be okay, hopefully. So, it's crazy. I feel like we live in a really good neighborhood, and that's what worries me even more, is like, gosh, if this is happening on my side of town, because I feel like every town has like really not good areas as well. I can't imagine like what other areas of our town are like if this is happening here. And I feel like our side of town, there has been not really break-ins, but a lot of the neighbors have told us that, like, oh man, I left my vehicle open overnight and stuff was taken. And so I feel like because we do live in a nicer area of town, that people are more prone to say like, hey, let's go walking around and check if cars are open. And if they're open, then they just take whatever's inside the vehicle. And so, I've made a conscious effort to make sure that the vehicles are always locked. And that's not something that I ever did before. I never locked my car. But at the same time, I never really left anything in the car where I felt like I had to worry about it being open. But since, all of this stuff has been happening, I've really made an effort to keep my car locked. I tell the kids the same thing, lock your cars, because my step boys have their own vehicles. And I told him, don't leave your car unlocked, especially since they have speakers and, you know, upgraded stereos and stuff in their car. Just, you can never be too careful. One time my stepson's like, yeah, he's like, I think somebody broke in my car. And I asked him why. And he's like, well, all my CDs are missing. My vape was missing because he vapes. And like, I don't know, something else he said he had in there was missing. And I was like, well, I wasn't locked. And he's like, no. So I tell him, well, there's nothing you can do. Like, you need to just lock it. Like, chances are nobody had any video footage because none of my neighbors have like a ring or anything, or at least I don't think they do. I know the neighbor that lives right next to me doesn't, because I go to their house, but yeah, so it is what it is. I'm getting a Ring doorbell. I already told my husband we are getting this, and he's like, okay, like, I'm not arguing about it. He's like, go ahead and get it. So I'm getting that, and it's crazy because there's been like so many times where I've seen like weird people like creeping around in the front, like, and not only like in front of my house, like in front of my neighbors' houses too. And it's crazy, like yeah, I am getting sick again, you guys. I've been feeling like this since yesterday, just kind of crappy and not great. My nose, it's mostly my nose. Like, I don't have anything wrong with my head. I don't know what it was. I woke up Sunday night to my throat and my ears, like that weird burning itchy feeling. Like if you've ever been to a public pool and you get chlorine, like if you choke on chlorine or something, or you get it up your nose, you know how it burns? That's exactly what it felt like. And I don't know, it's weird. I got up, I took some extra allergy pills because I do already take allergy pills every day because I have really bad allergies in general. But I took an extra pill that night, and I even took some Dayquil because I just was not feeling it at all. And I was able to get to sleep the rest of the night, but when I woke up, I was still feeling sick. I had a sore throat. Their sore throat seems to have gone for the most part, but my voice is coming in and out, and I cannot breathe at all through my nose. I can't blow it, nothing. If I do manage to blow it, it doesn't appear to be a sinus infection of any sort, so I'm not 100% sure like what's going on. I feel like, so we had my kids' birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese this past weekend, and I feel like I drank out of the wrong cup. I think maybe I drank out of one of the kids' cups on accident. Just the kids had different cups than the adults. And so either that or I still grabbed the wrong cup and it was an adult's cup who was already sick. But yeah, I feel really awful. My sister-in-law told me that my niece was also sick on Sunday after the party and that she wasn't feeling well either that day. And so, whatever she got, I'm sure I got. I don't know if maybe she was already getting sick and that's how I got it, but yeah, it's mainly just my nose. I cannot breathe for the life of me, and it's highly irritating, you know? So yeah, I've been working. Where did my drill go? Did you guys see that? I'm gonna have to look closely when I'm editing this. I had a drill on there. I know I did. Man, do you hate when that happens? If it fell somewhere in the right spot. I'd have to take these all off to see if they're in the right spot. Dang it. Anyway, yeah, I've been working on this like for the past hour and a half now because I'm trying to catch up to Mindy. I know Mindy's a lot further than I am, or at least on her last Whippin Chat she was. So, and this part is going to take me so long because this base of the tree is so much confetti. But once I get through this, I should be able to move quicker through the top half. This will put me, once this part's done, this will put me a little over halfway, which is good. It's just getting through this confetti is going to take some time. Like, seriously, this is all I've gotten done in an hour and a half. Like, I feel like I'm moving so freaking slow. But when it's confetti, like, you have to hunt for each symbol. They're not just there like blocked out. And you know, and then I'll find a symbol and then I'll get the drill and then I'll go back and then I couldn't remember like where the symbol is and I can't find it. So you probably spend more time, well no, that's a fact. You spend more time looking for the symbol than you do actually laying the drill down. So I'm just getting as far as I can. See, I keep losing the damn drill. I'm just getting as far as I can on this side, and then I will stop and I'll turn the canvas around at some point and do that side. I said in another video that I was going to have a crochet Whippin Chat. That video should have gone up like this week. Like the day that this is going up, the crochet Whippin Chat should have gone up probably, well actually I'm recording this same day. Today's Tuesday the 17th I think, and this is the same day that I had well I just didn't get this video recorded because last week was my husband's off week and Mindy and I hadn't discussed in advance early enough what we were doing for this week, and so I didn't get it recorded. Dang it. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing with that yet because I'm so close to finishing the frame of my Witchy Stitcher, what is it? The chopping wall. I am more than halfway done with the frame. And as of right now, there's only one of the boxes out. And so I would love to be able to get it finished before she comes out with the next box. But at the same time, I told myself that I was going to do my son's crochet blanket and get that done, and that I was going to be working on it all weekend. Well, I ended up not working on it at all over the weekend, not a single piece. Then my husband's time came that he was going to be off, so that video would probably have gone up yesterday. And I never filmed it. He came home. When he is home, I don't work on jack shit. Nothing, because it's freaking ridiculous, because when he's home, we have so much stuff that needs to be done. Like last week, my kids had performances at school during the day, and then my son had a band concert, and then both my husband and my son had dentist appointments, and then what else? My father-in-law had an appointment, then it was my girl's birthday party, and my father-in-law he also got some video cameras, and he had an old set that we let him borrow that was one of ours, and he bought a new set because the one that we gave him was 1080p video feedback, and he got one that was less because he said it was taking up all of his bandwidth on his Wi-Fi and they couldn't watch Netflix or anything, so he wanted video footage that was a little lower quality, you know, so he could still use his Wi-Fi. So my husband and I went over there to help him set that up, and it's just been crazy busy. I wasn't even gonna film this video right now, but Mindy, I texted her early this morning and she didn't see my text, and she texted me and she was like, hey, are we posting? I was like, oh no. She's like, I saw your text right now. She's like, my video's ready whenever you are. So I was like, you know what? I have a few minutes to get this done. This is going to be a shorter video because I have to stop filming in about 3 minutes because I need to go get ready, because of a girl that I go to school with, we actually made plans to go to the matinee movie this morning. So we're going to go watch Jumanji. I kind of hate going and seeing movies like that because they're movies that my kids like, but it was honestly the only movie that was showing early enough that wasn't 3 hours that we were going to get out on time, because my kids get out of school at 2:20, and I like to go get in line at least 2 because the line is so freaking long. I would rather wait beforehand so that I'm one of the first ones out of there. I mean, to be honest, we spend the same amount of time, but it just makes it easier because then I have a full hour between when I actually am leaving their school and have to pick my son up from his school. So it gives me time to run whatever errands I need to run. If I need to stop at the store to pick up um, something for dinner, or if I need to go check the mail, it gives me enough time to do that. And if I do it the opposite way where I just show up late, then I'm waiting in line for so long that I get out of there like closer to 3 and I only have like 20 minutes to do stuff. So, you know, it is what it is. So yeah, we were gonna see Doctor Sleep, but Doctor Sleep it's a 3-hour movie, you guys. It's like 2 hours and 50 minutes. And it was like, no, that's not gonna work either. And this theater, for some reason, I thought that they showed movies like at 9. Maybe they do, but this week they don't have any movies that early. The earliest movie they have is 11:30. So that's when we're going to. We're gonna watch Jumanji, which is cool. You know, my kids, we don't have any plans to take them to the movies anytime soon anyway. Oh, actually, no, we're probably going to watch Star Wars because my husband's dying to watch Star Wars. That is, if he doesn't go by himself. Sometimes he does that and he goes without us. So then I'm left having to take the kids anyway. But I don't know if they're actually interested in watching this Star Wars. I think they want to watch it just because we've always watched it. But I know my niece wants to watch it. The last movie that they really wanted to see was Frozen 2. So we went and saw that. I know they want to watch Jumanji, but they haven't expressed like great urges to go and see it like in theaters. So I don't know. We might just wait until it comes out on demand and then just keep it on demand. I kind of like to buy movies on demand anyway because I share my account information with my mom so that my mom can watch movies that we buy on her tablet or whatever, so she doesn't have to buy them on her on her own, because she is retired and gets a fixed income, and I don't like her spending money on silly things like that, and especially if it's something that we buy, like why not let her share it too. So anyway, I'm gonna have to stop this here because I do need to get off. I was hoping, wasn't paying attention to what time I started this video at, and I was hoping that I would have at least a solid 30 minutes. Well, I guess I can do 3 more minutes and make it a solid 30 minutes. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna come back and work on this today. I am so torn, you guys, because there's so many projects that I want to do and get done and everything that I just not 100% sure what I want to do that day. And right now that I have time, honestly, I want to finish the Witchy Stitcher thing, but that's more like for my own accomplishment. But this canvas and my son's crochet thing, those are the 2 things that I really told myself that I was going to finish. The problem is just that they're so big that I can't sit on the couch and still be involved with what the kids are doing and still chit chat with them because, well, the crochet blanket obviously, but this, because of the diamond painting, it just takes up so much space on the table that I don't want to take it into the kitchen, and then I don't want to be doing it while the kids are eating next to them, because if they spill something, there's just so much here that can get messed up. I'm sure you guys understand what I mean. But anyway, but yeah, all right, you guys, I'm gonna stop this one here. This is probably one of my shortest Whippin Chats. You guys can tell my voice is going anyway, so my coffee's about out too, so I'm gonna go get ready really quick, and yeah, so we'll see how the rest of the day goes, if I end up recording something else or no idea. We shall see. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're new here, I hope you subscribe. I do diamond painting videos, I do cross stitch videos as well, and that's pretty much it. I occasionally do a crochet video too. At this point I've only done one, just because I don't crochet a lot, but honestly I think you guys might see some more of those because I do have some projects that I need to finish. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. I don't know if I'm gonna make another video before Christmas. I'm pretty sure I will, but if I don't, you know, hope everybody has a happy holiday. And yeah, if you need any information about this canvas, it's going to be in the description box below. As of the time of this recording, I think I said this already, I still have plenty in stock. I don't anticipate selling out before the new year. That's just how many I have. So yeah, all right, you guys, I will talk to you guys later, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys or talk to you guys in the next video.